Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army is finished. They're dropping like flies, with another ally of hers backing out on a crypto sanctions bill. And Senator Bill Hagerty introduces stablecoin legislation draft. Looks like stablecoin regulation could be right around the corner. And Chris Larsen, one of the co-founders of Ripple, donated $1 million in XRP to Kamala Harris, and it's causing a lot of controversy. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as a thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, really big news. This is huge. We got Mark Warner, who's a senator in Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army. He is dropping plans to include new crypto sanctions in a bill that would reauthorize Intel programs. He faced opposition from the crypto industry and a key GOP senator. This is beautiful. And if this seems like Groundhog Day, remember back in July, Roger Marshall, another senator, withdrew his support for Elizabeth Warren's proposed crypto AML bill, which is a de facto crypto ban because it's so stupid and annoying. But guys, they're dropping like flies. Crypto is winning. We are winning. And this army is falling apart. Soon, it's only going to be Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler on an island by themselves. This is a beautiful day, folks. Don't miss how big this is. This is very bullish news because crypto's biggest critics, people who have been weaponized to go after the industry, putting out ridiculous bills, saying all kinds of nasty things about just like neutral technology, they are losing. And it's what I've been telling you guys for a long time. You look at what happened on Super Tuesday and in the primaries, people who were part of Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army on a smaller level, they started losing. Now, crypto wasn't the only reason they lost, but their anti-crypto stance contributed to them losing because we saw crypto ramped up its spending in support of pro-crypto candidates and against anti-crypto people. So if you're anti-crypto, you got a blitz of ads coming at you saying what a scumbag you are. You guys know how politics works. So Elizabeth Warren is failing here. And remember, she's debating John Deaton on October 15. That's coming up. And in fact, John Deaton got a big donation, not directly, but Tether co-founder Phil Potter donated nearly $500,000 to the Commonwealth Unity Fund, a super PAC supporting John Deaton in his battle to unseat Senator Warren. You mess with crypto and you're going to lose. This is what happens when you play politics with just a neutral technology that is the next layer on top of the internet that's creating jobs and building the future. You're going to lose, and the industry is not putting up with it anymore. So let me give you some more details here about what's happening with this guy, Mark Warner. Dennis Porter of the Satoshi Act Fund tweeted out, Elizabeth Warren's strongest ally in Congress backs down from including poorly written Bitcoin/crypto sanctions after receiving pushback from his own party. The anti-crypto army is in tatters. I love it, folks. This is great news at the end of the week, going into the weekend with some very, very happy news here. I know Elizabeth Warren's not happy, but guys, Warner and Sherrod Brown, these were two major generals in Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army. You can see here back in 2022, when she formed the anti-crypto army, she included them in her press release and everything, asking the Treasury to enforce sanctions, compliance guidance for the crypto industry and much more. So they were named here. Chairman Mark Warner, Democrat out of Virginia. You got Sherrod Brown, Democrat out of Ohio. You got Jack Reed, Democrat out of Rhode Island. So top generals, right, that they're being named here. Warner backed out, and as mentioned, Roger Marshall backed out. He was a big-time supporter, co-sponsoring her de facto crypto ban bill, but he backed out. He ran for the hills because crypto is a political force, and you come against crypto, you're going to lose. Now, I shared with you guys this week, Sherrod Brown is in trouble because the Republican challenger, Bernie Moreno, is only down by 2 points now. He was down by over 5, but as the crypto industry started spending money in Ohio, he's catching up. So see how these ads work, folks. And Sherrod Brown may be unseated here. Same thing with Elizabeth Warren. And I'll try my best to do the streaming for the debate between Elizabeth Warren and John Deaton, which is set to take place on October 15th. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, because I'll be down in Miami at the Ripple conference. I'll be at the Swell conference. So I'll see what I can do. But there's a couple of debates lined up. So if you're in the state of Massachusetts, vote for John Deaton. If you're outside the state, donate to John Deaton. I have donated, and we need John to win, folks, because Elizabeth Warren, she has been empowering Gensler because she has that top financial services role, which Biden gave to her. The deal they worked out, and this was told to me by people in DC, she dropped out of the Democratic primary, essentially giving it to Biden. But the deal they made was that she would be able to take control of the financial services under Biden's administration. So we got to kick her out. Now, moving ahead, this story is going to cause a lot of drama. I expect a ton of hate comments and all that. It's already happening on Twitter as well. Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen made the first documented crypto donation to Kamala Harris. According to new FEC filings, Larsen donated $1 million in XRP to one of the leading super PACs supporting Harris, Future Forward USA. And this donation was done in August. Specifically, the receipt date here is August 14th, 2024. And it was accepted. So $1 million worth of XRP, which is approximately, at that time, was 1,754,815 XRP. So guys, as I've stated before, Chris Larsen is an adult. He can vote for whoever he wants. And there are Democrats in this country. There are Republicans. There are independents. We're all adults here. Of course, we all want our candidate to win. So I know many folks want Trump to win. Some folks want Kamala Harris to win, and so on and so forth. But crypto is not the biggest issue in this election. There are many other issues. I've been on record that I'm trying to get Kamala Harris to put out a crypto policy, not because I'm supporting Kamala Harris or that I want Kamala Harris to win, but rather I want crypto off the ballot. I keep stating that, but people, it's going over their heads. They only hear, "Oh, you support Kamala Harris, you scumbag," right? It's people are so hyper politicized. They miss the nuance of that. And I guess, look, to be fair, I'm speaking with people in DC, talking to different congressmen and so forth. So there's a lot of things people don't see behind the scenes. And they just comment from their social media handle in their own bubble, in their own lives. But from my perspective, just so you know, and being transparent, I'm talking to different people in DC. We're trying to get crypto legislation through the Senate. You need Democrats to do that. Wake up. You need them to do that. And if you get them to do it, it helps crypto to win, which should not be a partisan issue. It should be bipartisan. It shouldn't be a Trump issue. It shouldn't be a Kamala Harris issue. So I'm trying to get crypto off. If she could put out a policy and take this issue off the ballot, that would be great, because there are many other important issues in the country that you can vote for Kamala Harris or vote for Trump for, right? Please put your emotions to the side and understand what's at stake here. I'm trying to get crypto to win. So I hope you guys understand that, and we can vote for other issues, as it relates to whether you support Trump or you support Harris. There are many Democrats who hold crypto. There are many Republicans that hold crypto. Now, Larsen, I know people are going to say, dude, this administration has been attacking crypto. Why are you giving them money and so forth? Again, Larsen is already rich. So to him, I don't think he really cares. But second, he may have bigger issues in crypto. See, people don't understand that. Everybody has different walks of life. I don't know what's going on with his family and why he would be voting for Kamala Harris, right? So again, people get so hyper politicized. They can't see the nuance. They can't see that, oh, people may vote for this because of this reason. One of the things I've learned is everyone has their own experience and walk of life and lives in their own bubble. And they have maybe one or two issues that are super important to them. And even if the other candidate may be better, they will still vote for someone who's supporting their top 1 to 2 issues, right? So please understand that. What can I say about Chris Larsen? Do I agree with him giving 1 million XRP to Kamala Harris, who has been under the Biden administration against crypto? No. But at the same time, I'm not going to be angry and upset and get all emotional about it, because I don't have all the details as to why he did this. And once again, it could be outside outside of crypto for sure. Now, some people are saying he's hedging his bets here in case Kamala Harris does win. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, this is a great thing about our democracy and the rights that we have in this country. You can choose the political party you want to join and vote for and the candidate you want to vote for, and we can participate in that democracy. So that's my 2 cents on it. Attorney Fred Rispoli weighed in on this news, saying there are plenty of different motivations to explain this donation. Thinking it over more, in my opinion, the best explanation is simply screw it. Let's see if she accepts the XRP her own administration says is an investment contract. Remember, this is only 0.0323% of Chris Larsen's net worth. So that's his take on it. Now, Kristen Smith, who heads up the Blockchain Association, she was recently interviewed on a podcast, and she made a statement. There's no political upside to being anti-crypto right now. She's absolutely right. As the news I shared about those who are part of Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army, which is falling apart. So you go against crypto, you're going to lose. All right, folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold, which is one of the top crypto platforms out there. I've been a user of Uphold since 2018. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and all the top altcoins. And folks, they don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds. They are fully reserved, and they have transparency reports that you can take a look at. And they're available in many countries, I believe over 150 countries. And they have a great product called USD interest accounts where you can earn up to 4.9% on your dry powder, your crypto profits or money that you're looking to enter into the market, but holding it, you can leave it on Uphold, earn the 4.9%, and when you're ready to put it into assets like Bitcoin or whatever, you can just move it out. There's no lockups. There's no terms here as far as you have to lock it in for 12 months. There's no monthly fees or subscriptions, and it's FDIC insured just like a bank. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now, guys, more bullish news. Senator Bill Haggerty, who's pro-crypto, he put out a crypto legislation draft for stablecoins. He tweeted out, "For too long, the benefits and promise of stablecoins have been hindered by a lack of legal clarity. My new draft legislation builds off Patrick McHenry's work and establishes the framework necessary to unlock this technology's potential to benefit Americans." Folks, the FIT21 bill made it out of the House, but it didn't include stablecoins. That's a separate bill. And the fact that you have someone from the Senate doing this, and the Senate is the biggest hurdle because it's usually easier to get stuff out of the House, but we're waiting for like the FIT21 bill to get out of the Senate, right? But the fact that he's doing this is very bullish, and he put out a full comprehensive stablecoin legislation draft, folks. I'm going to try to get him on the podcast to talk about this. And here's what Dante Disparte, who I've had on the podcast, he works at Circle, which issues the stablecoin USDC. He says, "An important call to action from Senator Haggerty and an example of a possible House-Senate compromise on U.S. leadership for dollar-denominated payment stablecoins. We're not going to win the digital currency space race by co-signing these innovations to the shadows." Well put. And of course, Jeremy Allaire, CEO of Circle, weighed in saying, "Closing in on a bill that can pass both chambers and reach the president's desk in December. What a victory for the U.S. to take the dollar forward into the age of the internet." Folks, I am so bullish. I know the price doesn't reflect that right now, but market cycles are playing out. But the political side of things is lining up, the macro is lining up, so eventually we're going to start to move up. And speaking of the macro, the Fed liquidity surge is just beginning. This is being reported by an analyst here saying the net Federal Reserve liquidity has increased by around 100 billion over recent days to kick off Q4. Folks, I know I sound like a broken record, but I hope you're learning and you're understanding what's happening here. All these assets going up in value is correlated to global liquidity. Yes, there is a value that is priced in, such as a company making money, having good earnings, a blockchain getting more adoption and liquidity and so forth. But all of it is tied to global liquidity. The more they debase the currency and print, the higher asset prices go. So the U.S. will join China's party. China started the party already with economic stimulus, billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. It's incredible what's happening. And the U.S. is going to join because they're cutting rates. They're going to raise the debt ceiling. So how do you service the debt? You got to print. So it's coming, folks. Just be patient. Be patient. A big part of investing is being patient. So I am very bullish. I know right now people don't feel that way. The markets don't show that, but there's no invalidation of the bull market. And while we may see short-term volatility and pullbacks, the macro thesis is still on track and has not been invalidated. Folks, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Be sure to sign up for my free email newsletter on Substack. It's 100% free, it includes crypto news, insights, and knowledge, and a bunch of different stats and so forth from Sentiment. So check that out. And also grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's a great way to support the podcast. Buy a copy for you and your family and friends who want to learn about crypto. If you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review on Amazon. It will really help me out and support me. Thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.